Hey, I am here. Better late than ever, and I am very late today. And I do feel sorry about it. Hello again. Welcome back. As I told yesterday, we are going to do another art stream. I did plan actually the subject that will be on today, and I hope that everybody is doing very great. Me, I did add a lot of sleep. I did like a chill day. I enjoy doing some art on left and right, and I started working on a request to ask for one from one of my viewers during the day. For so be tuned for that person that is concerned. I am currently working on your project. I already started it, and I might actually give you an update during the night after this stream because I do feel in a big go of creativity again, and I might actually maybe plan to do a 4 or 6 hour stream because now today we're going to do another small comic of Night Rain, a little bit oriented on the same way as the first comic that we already did about Night Rain, and I see actually that people really love this kind of comics, so that I might actually focus myself more on this. I want to thank everybody again on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, and those who will watch the VOD again. Your view and your presence is highly appreciated because it gives me support and motivation to continue and deliver you some interesting stuff that I am working on or gameplays of any kind of it at the same time. So again, I would like to give a big thanks for the followers that happened yesterday, which is Indigo Apex, extremely chill VTuber that she focus her stream mostly on Final Fantasy 14, and she do play some community and variety games from time to time, and she is a very interesting person to watch for during a gameplay or during any kind of interaction with her. And Amber Knight, again, thank you for your follow, buddy, and I am working on what you've been asking me for sure. So as it is, I'm going to show you the sketch that I actually did right during the day, and this is the letter comic here that we're going to be focused on for today. So the main goal of the joke is literally when or three Nightfarer on top decide to enter the night door to fight the Libra, the Duchess and the Recluse do have a battle strategy to take him down, and since he's weakened to madness and he do have another weakness, the Recluse and the Duchess will use their assets or their womanly weapons, I would say, to actually take down and confuse to death literally the Libra boss, while the Wilder would just be like, what the fuck am I watching right now? That would be really interesting actually to work again for today. So this will be another small comic, mostly focused on the joke and a little build up, just like I am used to. So again, feel free to just hang out, watching, chilling, listening to the music, and feeling the good vibes. Because this is the whole goal of the stream again of tonight. We're here to chill, we're here to create, and we're here to have a nice place to enjoy creativity and do chill and having chill vibes at the same time. So welcome again everybody that will be there, and I hope that you will enjoy your time for tonight. And again, I'm really sorry to start the stream a little bit late because I just oversleep a bit too much for during this evening. So Also, I know that I do have my AC working because this is summer. It's fucking hot, so we have to live with it, right? Anyways, so yeah, I wanted like to paint this guy separately. We already like started like doing a quick sand effect for the ground, and I do have my reference that is all over here. And now I'm going to use back my reference here to work on the character that will be like on the small figure on the first panel. So we're going to start warming up by drawing the welder. I always have difficulty to pronounce his name, but this is my French brain that is working at its finest here. So, um, this is the skyline, which is not what I need. I want this line here. So we're going to focus with our wielder here, like usual, just approaching after entering the gate. I will even like be using mostly like the pose, and this will be like a very small piece, but I want him to have in the full body here. So the reference that I am already using right away is literally the angle that I imagine for the pose right now. So we are good with it. And I'm trying to be consistent as much. I'm going to include this targe here and trying to be as much consistent as possible from the two other comics that I already delivered related to Night parodies. And so far I'm just following the trend to do some joke in my own tastes to reach out some people, and at the same time I know that the best would be literally to work more on the request and what the people will be expecting out of me at the same time too. So this would be the new upcoming thing for me, focusing more on my art and trying like to be better at myself on the stuff that I am working at the same time. But for sure I will do enjoy playing some games. I will try again like to be defeat. I'm still like stuck at the Simpson Beast, I have to be honest with you. And kind of struggling a little bit on the game itself, since not because I want to put all on the expectation on the players who have been matching with, because but I have to be honest that playing as a solo can be quite challenging in this game unless you do have a proper team to help you with the bosses that you need to defeat at the same time. But that's another story. Here mostly it's you just need like to enjoy the game and to know a little bit of the pattern of the bosses, just like in any Souls games, because that's the thing. I didn't let myself enough to learn the bosses from the DLC. I didn't even try the DLC of Elden Ring yet. I didn't even like reach Raiden boss in Elden Ring. I might actually jump back on Elden Ring to advance my gameplay out of it, because that's the thing. I might be wondering to go back on Elden Ring to advance my quest because it's been like almost 2 weeks that I didn't touch the game yet, and I might and I need like to feel to advance more where I was left with my astrologer build. So that will be an option for the rest of the stream if we do have time or whenever I will feel about it too. So going to draw a sword as I remember, because I can see the handle of the reference that I am using right now. I want to be sure that the character do not appear too small neither. Yeah, because the recluse is almost as the same height as the wielder, and the duchess will be a little bit small, but it's not just like the revenant. The revenant, I see that everybody use the revenant size for the size difference mostly, and this is what make like the punch of most of the joke I saw on the internet related to Night's, and it was kind of perfect. But for sure, From Software actually nailed it really great again, related to this game at the same time. So now we're going to add so now go like this. Yeah, we might actually make the wall model a little bit taller. But this is the fun of the process of making art here again, so because I do feel that you are, yes, you are very small, so I mostly focus on the little quick sketch that I did to start off with which is kind of normal. So we're just going to move the whole sword and the head upward, and we're going to make it taller around this height. So we're going to just adjust it now. We just need like to switch the angle on the sword. So now if I'm looking back here, we're still a little bit too small out of the proportion, so we need to reduce the head size a bit again. This time with this head size, now we're better with this. just need to make the leg a little bit longer. And we're done for the little sketch of the wielder here. You can make the whole body a little bit larger too. So now we're going to have our first sketch of our character here. We can jump on the Duchess. And what I did is I literally kind of messed up some and just like skipped some steps that I usually do for character building here, so that might be why I needed like to do some correction here. So if I'm going back to my usual, and I hope that the music is loud enough, especially to cover the sound of the AC. So I'm going to raise the volume a little bit, since I will be locked in for most of the time here. Need it to be just a little bit smaller than the wielder, so we're going to put her at this side here. Simple boots. Leg a little bit longer. The overall has to be a little bit smaller. Because I want her to be at the same plane, literally side. add the color pattern, so we're just going to select some colors that we already been using. It's just in the libera that we need like to check for new colors at the same time. So to be as much dynamic as possible. We can actually make our wheelbarrow a little bit taller even. So that chest will be kind of ready. Just need to work a little bit on the quick details here before we do the final lines. Okay, now the recluse. The recluse is almost the same height as the wielder. because I want to feel a rest difference, I will say, with the recluse and the chest. Now we're going to add stuff. We need to look for reference for stuff. So most of our hip will be hidden by, but I still need it to make the leg placement. Even if it would be completely covered by large robes. Legs were too small. Way too small. Code songs. getting some sandals. Now we're going to get our just need to reduce the head size of the Duchess and we will be good to proceed for the next step of the first panel. So we have our first sketch, first line done on the first panel. Time for the Libra. The Libra will be literally sturdy at the same time and will be interesting to be working on. I don't know why here. Sometimes my computer can feel a little bit slow, but we'll be okay with it. Okay, so the Libra would be like to identify all of his body part at the same time. So this is an excellent warm-up to just like having him standing there waiting for the Night Farer to come. Okay, yeah, so good. Your typical goat demon here. This is little points should be a little bit smaller. Harmony has like eyes everywhere on his neck too. So this is like his big neck here that would be like covered in fur. Going to have a a lot of eyes everywhere. We have like some chain things around his pecs. Arms, we're going to have it like kind of large too. So this is an interesting study at the same time. This is what I do like about the process of art is it's always like trying to challenge yourself on doing something different too at the same time than your usual thing. And for me it's mostly like doing cute girls in any kind of poses, or just like yesterday we did one character only, and I try actually to try out different colors, coloring and effect to make it done. So I'm doing stuff that will be actually please people, but at the same time it's a good thing to just work on some new challenge to just be better at myself at the same time. And that's a thing I do really appreciate about art. It's just trying out new things over and over and just getting better at it. Because the position of the pen is kind of interesting somehow. Should be a little bit smaller than what I already did here. Because it's supposed like to be kind of the same size, half, little bit half of the size of the head here. This is the 13. It's mostly because of the fur that that is something that I am not very used to. This is something that it will help me a lot to work on too for my future arts at the same time. So we're going to, oops, I'm not going to change the dimension on our first character up there. And then we will do the final lines. It will be a little bit of a time consumption thing here, but this is still going to be a very interesting piece to work on here. Maybe getting myself a snack because I did eat like around 12 and it's already like 8, so I might need actually some more sustenance at the same time in my system. So his staff, okay, I just realized his staff is literally end. There is an end at the end of his staff. So write an end at the end. That's the thing. Two completely different things, but same fucking pronunciation. Like, come on. Sometimes English is just funny in my opinion, man. Do people mostly on iPhone when I do some translation in French or when I pull out some French word, they just speak to me, hey wait, you speak the surrender? I found it extremely funny. I say, yeah, I do understand the language of the surrender, but that doesn't mean I'm from that country. Yep. Anyway, sometimes we can just like be. There is even a thing that I learned once. I don't know if it's even real, but if you even go in France and you don't speak, especially in Paris, you don't speak perfectly French, and you have a bit of an accent that coming out even like for me as a French Canadian, you can actually be just switch onto English right away because the French would consider you as foreigner at this moment than just like trying to help you with your French and anything. They would just like beginning to speak in English and mostly continuing their thing somehow in English with you or their services in English with you only, which I found kind of stupid a little bit, but this is like their own choice. And even like I do remember someone from Quebec here already went into a trip in France. He was about to speak in French to get himself a coffee, and then the people just refused to serve him because he wasn't speaking in English, or they wouldn't like understand the way he was speaking in French, which was very weird at the same way. I don't know if I might actually be able like to recover this story or to retrieve it where it was, but as far as I remember, I think it was a comedian that went during a trip in France. So that is kind of the thing here. And now we're going to add the symbols because kind of a lot of symbols going on here. There is like some symmetry that we might be just using, so we're going to have some fun using the the copy paste to have symmetrical form here. But there is like little bit of things that will be a little bit different than the rest of his body here. But this still like and very interesting to work on something different at the same time. Uh, the symbol like this. We need just going to skip some details here. I don't remember this song. What the fuck is that song? This sounds like more rap, so I'm just going to switch the category of this song here. It's not bad, but I don't feel it is at this place right here. So we already did a drawing of Picasso again. Oh. I can't understand how I'm still feeling tired. I literally like slept the whole night, and I took like a nap during this afternoon that even like make me wake up late for this stream too. So here we won't need like to draw the all of his leg here. So we need to extend the rag. Just like do this. The both sides of his legs should be kind of the same size as his torso. So we need to reduce the size here. Yeah, we need to reduce the size. I'm giving way too much hips. I should just increase the size of his whole torso up there. So we will be matching. Yeah. At the same time, enlarging his head. Making little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, we just need like to do his arms with the big googly eyes. So the coat here, and we will be done for this panel here. For this, we just need like to work on the finals here. Okay. about this head of the base structure. And on a different angle. So we won't see much of the head here, but going to have like to see like the transition of the Duchess and the recluse, knowing what kind of tactic they're going to use against the Libra boss here. And right after, we're going to start the fun part of the joke here. And for those who already saw a little bit of the sketch I already did, good for you, but I would still like reveal like the reference of what will be about the joke at the same time. All right. Detail mask would be something that would be interesting to work on more, so, because most of the time so far when I work with the Duchess, I was just like using like very low details out of our last thing here. Here, then do like this. Then more details will be upcoming soon enough. So we have the text that we're going to include right after. Now back to the recluse. I think it would be, but wouldn't it be like more logical in a certain way that would be like the recluse to initiate since she has the plan at first? That really like place. So I think I would just continue with my original idea like this. It would be better. It would be for the best. Reduce the ear size. that. Going to do it this way. This will be completely covered. We even like to go much further. So then it will be covered by text at the same time. Alright, so we have both of our character here having their plan ready, and then we just need like to draw the wheel there last time. Oh. Before we jump into the last final lines of the character here. It's been an hour that we did like the sketching, so the line will take us at least up to 3 hours. With the color and everything, I think that would be like a project that would take us like 6 hours. I do believe so, 6 to 7 hours maybe. After this, I want to advance the little request, so that would be an interesting night for sure. But I do need to eat in between too, so I might even like get myself a snack soon enough. So I can even like check on my old comics that I already did for the reference on how I did it. Or I would just like do it much better than before at the same time. So here we're going to have much more space than the rest of the other comics that I really work on. There will be just like observing this at a distance and be like, what? Okay, now this is the way the fun begins. We need to redraw the lid run full body again. We have a lot of understanding about his pose and what he is made for. We didn't even like draw the full staff again, so we're going to finish this first. Then we need a shape like this. Another thing which is getting a little bit larger until we reach for the end. With the crystal end at the end of his staff. So now we're just going to need like to be more solid on the form skill. Alright, and we'll finish the line, the first line here. After this I'm going to need a little break. And I need the pose. So now I can reveal the reference that I will be using. Yes, indeed. This is the whole joke. This is the whole comic here. Having so much fun doing some stupid comics like this for real. Just what make me connect more with my art in a certain way, and I'm happy actually that people love it at the same time. So yeah. But I thought I would be able like to end here for a moment, but now I really need to go to the toilet right away. So I'll be right back. I don't believe I forgot to cut my microphone. And yes, so sorry if you hear the nice AC in the background at the same time. So I might actually eat a little bit during the same time that we are progressing as much as possible the art here. But okay, they just don't want to disappear, then I will make you disappear. First I'm going to eat this. At least I'm going to have something in the stomach. Having an eating emoji would not be bad. Would not be bad actually. I just realized something. I literally holding my pen and a fork to eat at the same time with the same hand, and I just realized that I might be stupid enough to literally just eat with my pen, fucking shove my stylus pen my food, and scratching my wacko with the fork. That will be so catastrophic at the same time, man. Ah, that won't be great, man. If this ever happens, I will do a drawing out of this. How dumb it can be time to time. Okay, so the Libra in a shape of despair. Okay. Some eyes again here. So we're going to start making the full body of the Hydra, of the Libra, I mean, not an Hydra, because an Hydra is literally like the multiple-headed snake, and there is a boss like this in Dark Souls 1. But just like a very situational boss anyway, so I want to go back here because we need to have his arm going more in this shape. Because we need his end just like Smithers. Finger is going to be like this over his head. out of despair because he cannot handle like the asset of the Duchess and the Recluse. Back to the book. Going to have him. So his chest should be like this, and we're going to have his neck up here, the back of his head. Going all the way like this. And his his front eyes will be covered. Can have open mouth. Like more aligned because we need to have a horn that is pointing toward his big eyes like this. We're going to have the other one this way, so we need to have the big horn pointing toward this direction. This was good. I need like to have a shape that is kind of crying. Some fur. Right here. Now we're having a shape, which is perfect. And out of this shape, we will be able like to work properly with the final lines. And after this, I need to work on the lines of the girls. So we're going to add saddle. And that's pretty much it for the shape of the Libra here. Must not forget like the bar of madness that it's just building up. Okay, so if I remove this and I work with the lines of the girl now. I need the two references of Smither situation and the recluse and the Duchess again. And now this time, since I already did like the recluse from a rear view, it's time for the Duchess to have her rear view at the same time. Eat a bit. I shut down my AC. I'm freezing here. We do have a cold day today. Which is not something I will complain much during the summer for sure. And then going back to winter, I will complain about the cold. But the best temperature for all of the year, in my opinion, should be literally like 19 degree outside and 22 inside. I will start with the Duchess now. Kind of the same thing here is going on the other side too. Yep. So I need to move all this up here because we need to reach this length. Right here and right here. Arm should be a bit longer. Okay, let's set this side to play around again. So we just needed like to fix the other leg and we're good. So now we can readjust it at the proper size here, because the libra is super tall, so we don't. And just need to do the recluse here. I'm just going to see the silver lining here of our ropes. So we have most of the line done here. If I remove the sketch line and I remove the background here, we're going to be able like to focus ourselves on the final lines. I just need to reduce again the size of the recluse so it will match kind of the same size of the chest here. So yeah, there's a lot going on here, and that will make things interesting at the same time. Right here, and just need like to redraw the gate. Where is the gate? So the gate is going to have a little bit of bricks thing here, but not much. I feel weird, I don't know why. I know I've been eating like ramens during the when I eat some ramen at for my dinner, not for my dinner, for my lunch. But I don't know, I feel just weird a little bit. And I want to advance as much as possible this thing here. Not to have some extras to do tomorrow, or maybe like wherever actually how I feel. But for sure I'm going to spend at least 4 hours on this project, and then right after, if I don't feel very well, I might rest, and I will be back online to continue right after I do work on the I'm not even thinking straight right now, what the fuck, man. after I work on the redeem of the other guy. So we have the first line of the gate here. Okay, we don't need the sketch anymore. We already have the background. We have the first line completed. Now we need to do the final lines. Uh, Alright, so far this is what we're going to work with. We are now at the step of doing the final lines. I feel really weird. We already spent like 2 hours. I really don't. Maybe I might actually need to continue this tomorrow. I really don't feel it about it. Mostly physically, but I'm mentally extremely motivated to continue as much as possible. We're not still going to be there for the moment. I just need to be back on the toilet. So I'll leave you with the music. I'll be back. Alright, guys. Everybody, I'm back. Alright. So, I'm back at it. We are going to jump on the real lines. And this is it. So we're going to do all of the Duchess in one go. All of the Recluse and all of the Wider. So we're going to start with the Duchess. I will try to advance as much as possible for today, but I have to be honest, physically I don't feel so great. At the beginning when I wake up, for a moment I was like, my other email at the same time. Wait. So we've been like 2 hours already. I took like a couple of breaks, but it's been like 2 hours where we've been working on the first lining here of this project. So the rest of it will take as much time for sure. And now here we're just going to have quick lines because this will be very simple. At least completing this part. Now we're just going to put some different colors when it will be time for it. Alright, another wheel there again. I'm just going to focus on the first panel instead, because we have very small characters to work on the first panel here. Alright, Hey, Sumalo, what's up, man? How you been? I will show you actually what I am working. I'm doing another Night Rain parody right here. Doing good. Honestly, I have to tell that physically I'm not top shape, but I'm trying my best because I want like to advance as much as possible this another comic. Thank you, that's very appreciated. If you want, you can actually see what I've been working on last weekend on my Twitter. I posted like some cartoon parodies. I even did like gender bend character about another VTuber yesterday, and I showed it to him. He really liked it, the final result out of it. So that motivates me a lot actually to continue in my drawings. Yes, I will show you my... Yes, my link is on my bio, or if you want I will just post my link here. Just a little moment. Here. Holy shit, I'm having like full of notification right now. Yeah, because now the VTuber literally like reposted like the art I made for him, so I'm getting like a couple of views out of it. That is kind of great. But I really had a lot of fun yesterday too. Okay, great. Perfect, man. So yeah, now I'm just like doing another parody here, and if you see like clearly, the joke is literally the two female character here from the game Night Rain. They will just use a strategy to the boss, and I got inspired. This is literally the strategy right now here to take down the boss. The power of the ring. They're using their assets. And now I'm doing the little part of introduction because this is how I like to do things here. And beside that, in general, I could say like things are going okay. You're playing Among Us with the gang? Might be cool actually. I will be down like in an hour or so maybe. Because as I told, I don't feel very great. Okay, might actually be a good plan because now I'm just chilling a little bit here, and might just take a pause at this drawing and redo another stream completely after this if I feel better after the game. But yeah, I think that would be a good thing actually. So thanks again for remembering me about for tonight, Samalor. I will look forward for it. So around 10, 11 I think, or anyways I still have like my Discord notification, so when I will see like Swally being online, I will jump right away and raid you if I add some people at the same time. At 10. Okay, so in half an hour already. Okay. Might. Okay, so I will just advance a little bit this drawing, maybe finishing this panel, and then I think it would be great actually just to chill out with some people at the same time to see if I will be feeling better physically at the same time. But yeah, cool. So if you want, you can hang out until like we raid Swadi when he will start his stream, or we can see each other like later. Up to you, man. Alright, man. So let's keep going. We're going to set ourselves to finish the lines on the first panel here. And then we're going to say hello to Swadi and spam a lot of Seaside here. Also, there is like a AI generated picture that I really like about the polo girl with the Sisa team on her swimsuit. I really like this one though. Wait. Why it disappeared? Okay. Let's get back to the reference here. And yeah. Nice! That's cool, man. Hope you enjoyed your guitar session, man, and thanks for being there. I have a function of lurk if you want. You can always see if it is working well. But that's great, man. How long have you been playing some guitar somewhere? Okay, so you are a veteran, man. Nice. Have you ever like play in a band, or you mostly like play for fun and by yourself? Because if you are interested, I will shout out another VTuber that is a metalhead. Very interesting guy, and he has a lot of metal knowledge. He's playing a lot of boomer shooter and any different kind of games. Right now, I know that he's playing like a gameplay of Kazan, the first Berserker. But this guy is another VTuber. He's focusing mostly all of his team about heavy metal and any of the things like this. Is extremely nice. And he's very chill to his chat at the same time too, so I highly suggest it. That's cool, and I do figure that you play like mostly some metal and heavy metal song or any kind of songs with your guitar. Which is really great, man. Don't feel forced to answer to every of my question time to time, and I just like this sometimes. I feel the arm is a little bit big here. Nice, man. Diversity make it for the best. And now I'm going to cheat a little bit because I feel like the legs should have been a little bit longer to here. Oops. Yeah, just you make me remember as Swati. I know that Swati was a singer since he was a teenager at the same time, man. He did do some singing, and he was like a real a really great reference for any kind of new metal and any kind of metal music during the time I was in high school and in college with him. Or CJEP we will say here, so. Okay. Great, man. He did introduce that. Swati is the one that introduced me to Korn, actually, as I remember during my high school year. and I really get hooked for some of the musics. And of course, I know like a couple of other bands at the same time, but in the town that we were living, like you had literally some kind of people that were mostly like just hooked like on more common popular music like hip hop and rock, and you could have like quote unquote the reject or like the out of margin of people that were just like exploring other kind of music and everything. So, but we weren't that much alone. We had like a couple of other friends too at the same time, but mostly our gang that we used to hang out. It was mostly a gang composed of gamers mostly. So, man, the world is small, and the internet is able like to connect the good people together, man. Always. Music and gaming, that's the way to go. For me, I wasn't even like starting drawing because I didn't know actually what I could do. Only started drawing kind of late, like around my 20-ish years old. So nice. I do believe I will find, but already since I started streaming, yes, indeed, I totally agree with you, man. And what I'm about to say is, since I started streaming more, I met like a lot of people online that are very nice and chill, and they do share kind of the same interest. And even if they have like different interests, I do get along much more better than some people I met IRL, because it do depend on the situation. But I have to be honest that I was at a certain point that my trust on people in general was about to be really low at a certain point. But since I went back literally to since I started streaming and getting connected to more people online, I do keep like a high trust mostly on the people I respect, but it do allow me like to keep some respect to some other people at the same time. Of course, I do kind of have like some struggles, and I mean people that could backstab me in real life, but this can happen to anybody here. Here we go. Here is stuff. So I completely forgot to get a reference for our staff at the same time. Because now on the reference, she's holding it on her own hips. We have the silver lining. No need to add the details of the eyes here. now for the staff. I need a reference for the staff here. Okay, so it's just a twisted twig. All good, man. Just flattening this part here.
Radio reloj. 5 de la mañana.
No todo lo que es oro brilla. Remedio chino e infalible.
Okay, now the gate. We have time for the gate. 18, 20. So when I see Swally Live are going to raid this channel.
Ripping my heart was so easy, so easy. Launch your assault now, take it easy. Raise your weapon, raise your weapon. One word, and it's over. Ripping through like a missile.
All good, man. Yes, see you there. I'm going to advance a little bit this panel and I will jump in 10-20 minutes, man.
Raise your weapon, raise your weapon.
Thanks again for passing by, so Malor.
And it's over.
Okay. So we're going to advance as much as possible the gate here. And I will just keep it on the same line here. Good. See you soon, man.
You won't feel a thing. Always number one. The pen with the bent wrist, crooked king. Sign away our peace for your war. One word, and it's over.
Because anyway we're going to mostly focus on the lines here with all of the color that will be included here. Okay, interesting. So before fusing all the lines, you can literally just go like this. Okay.
Ripping through like a missile, ripping through my heart. Rob me of this love. Raise your weapon, raise your weapon, and it's over.
Because this is an interesting study at the same time to work on this part of the gate here and how much of the detail they were able like to work with. This is what is really interesting about all of the From Software games. They put so much effort on the terrain and the visual out of their games at the same time. It make literally their game very memorable and astonishing out of the view, even to its difficulty for real. So you might look at some enemies, you might be raging sometime by redoing bosses like over 30 times and everything, but at the end you always have a great memory of what a game can be really good at the same time. Even for Night's Reign is mostly extremely fast-paced with the time limit of what you need to do during your session at the same time. But if sometime if you could like leave some mark, just like in any Souls games, it would be very interesting to see people like leaving like, oh, check the views and some things at the same time.
ripping through my heart, fuck me up. This night, raise your gun, raise your and it's over. Of your ego, you won't feel a thing. Always number one. The pen with the bent wrist, crooked king. Sign away our peace for your heart. One word, and it's over. Dropping your bombs now on a rebuild. How does it feel now to watch it burn, burn, burn? Raise your weapon, raise your weapon, and it's over.
Go. So mostly for it, but it looks good, man. And the distance will look, it do look good. All right. Oh, he just started. So everybody, we're going to see if we're going to be able like to raid Swaddy since I got invited again to play some Among Us, and I am all alone on myself. So far we only spent like 3 hours on this drawing. But we might continue later or tomorrow for sure. Stay tuned out of it. I might be connecting myself later during the night, or I will actually be online for a much more longer time tomorrow for sure. So everybody, thanks again for being there with me on Kick, Twitch and YouTube. If you are interested, stay tuned for the rest of the night because maybe around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I might be back online continuing this project, or I will continue the request of the person that been asking me. And tomorrow I will try actually to stream for a longer time to finish this comic and maybe doing something else to get more content, or maybe even like gaming a little bit at the same time too. So I literally shut down the music right away, which was my bad here. So I'm going to save this project here. We're going to be back into the chatting room just for a little debriefing. And as I said, I'm going to play some Among Us with some friends. And if you want to see me maybe later during the night, I'm going to be online too, or for sure 100% tomorrow during the day. I don't know at which hour, but it will be sure that during the day or during the night of tomorrow I will be online, or maybe later. So stay tuned for it. We're going to see us very soon, and close very soon. Take care of yourself. We see each other at a moment during the same day of today or tomorrow. So